how have you been?
Mm, same as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm doing interviews,
Mm-hmm.
people,
Mm-hmm.
so it's pretty fun.
What kind of interviews?
심층면허,
In-depth interviews?
in-depth interviews for my project.
Mm.
We should know how people think about their lives and libraries. Like we are
Oh.
finding the 접점,
The intersection?
intersection between libraries and people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
So we should find people who don't know about libraries that much. So it's pretty fun because usually I don't really wonder
Mm-hmm.
how people are living.
Right.
But during this interview,
Mm-hmm.
I could ask a lot of things. How they treating their lives, daily life,
How they're living their lives, maybe?
living their lives. And it was also interesting that with the intersection, I could find some insights how libraries have to change.
Okay. Can you give me an example?
Yesterday, I interviewed one of my friends. She is working for a company as a data analyst.
Mm-hmm.
Analyst.
Analyst.
It's been 1 year since she started, and she has not big, but she has a 고민.
She has a concern.
She has a concerns how she develop her
competence.
Because her 선배들, seniors,
Mm-hmm.
who move to other companies, as she said, they always say you have to change your company.
Mm-hmm.
Even she's working at really big company, Lotte, because they know how their fields are changing these days, and their company doesn't help them to develop their skills. So I could find that she, even she's started her work, the concerns keeps going.
She keeps having those concerns, right?
She keeps having those concerns, and also with the in-depth interview, I could also find that people are regarding the libraries not as a organization for their information, as just a space. And because people can find information with their computers or their cell phones,
Right.
not with the libraries anymore. So she said, I don't know how libraries are, what programs or what information that libraries can give to us,
Right.
but I don't know how they 보유하다,
How they hold on to or manage.
manage information, because there are a lot of information in the world these days. So I think if libraries give us enough place for us to work, it could be better.
Right. Rather than being a hub for information, right?
Yes. So,
That's a
and
good point.
not just her, other of my friends also said it like that. So, so I found that young people,
It's no problem at all.
young people don't think libraries are. Young people think libraries are just space.
Or work, like to work, right?
Work, or they can enjoy their life. One of my friends also said that it could be a city center, that every people can go when even where they can bring their kids, or when they want to make some connection with others. So
How do you make connections with other people in the library?
these days, Seoul Metropolitan Library made a book club, which is called Hip Book Club, and it was really successful.
Hip club.
독서 할 때도, because these days they say word text hip.
It's called text hip.
Yes.
Oh.
Because young people think the text is really 힙하다.
Oh, really? Yeah, hip is English.
Yes. So library used that trend and make it into a program.
Young people think text is hip.
It's like 지적
book.
허영심, and people.
지적 허영심?
Yes.
허영심은 안 좋은 거 아닌가요?
Yes, but 근데 그걸 좋은 방향으로 생각하기로 한 거죠. 그러니까 그게 출발점이 될 수 있다 이거죠.
Intellectual vanity, pretentiousness. These are really cool expressions. I think I'm learning new expressions too. I think it's just being pretentious about one's intellect.
So library is using the trends.
Mm.
If you read text and find information with text, not with your cell phone, you look really good.
Yeah. Do you think that's funny?
Yes.
Okay. Because you look so serious.
It's fun.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I actually have a lot of ideas.
Yes.
I was, while listening to you talking about this, we can, but I don't want to spend too much time because we do have to go into our test. Actually, so I was gonna have you do the interview on me in English because I thought that would be a very good experience for you to learn like new expressions and stuff like that. But I think we do have to stick to our original curriculum. So we're gonna start with the flashcard review. Yeah. Do you have any questions for me while we prepare?
What did you do in Vietnam?
Vietnam? We just relaxed, hardcore. We just went to this island, and it was like this resort island. So we just ate breakfast buffet and went swimming and took a nap, played games on our phone, drank some cheap beer. Yeah, it was nice. Drank a lot of mango juice, got a massage. We did that for like 5 days. So it's pretty nice.
Yes. Envy.
I envy you. Yeah, you should instead of going to like Japan, you should try going to like going to relax somewhere.
I really want to go to Hong Kong.
Hong Kong? But Hong Kong is not really for relaxing. Why do you want to go to Hong Kong?
Because I'm into Chungyeong Sanlim these days.
Is that like what's that? Chungyeong Sanlim?
Sanlim.
What's that?
Movie.
Oh.
And it's really cool.
Is that a movie name?
Yes, you have. Yes.
Is it short for this university?
It's also the name of the city.
Oh.
And, I don't know, but it's really cool.
Is that a movie? Can I ask?
Yes. It has really cool.
You're into this movie, and it's from Hong Kong.
Yes.
Chungkyong Express. What's it about?
About love, but not. I think the director hide a message in that movie because the movie released when Hong Kong was independent from the UK.
Right.
And it's also have a background.
Independent from China?
No, China.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It was part of the UK,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And it's also has some background that the director's name is Wang Gai, and it's about the confusion of the change
Of social change?
social change
What kind of social change?
when they and he expressed that social change and with the love. Some people interpret like that, but I'm still reading. But anyways,
So interpret social change as love?
yes,
That's confusing.
but I don't understand the story of the movie. Uh, but I like the 색감.
The color scheme.
Yeah, color scheme.
오 깜짝이야.
이제 곧 모임.
I think I clicked the YouTube video. Yeah. See, I don't need this anymore. We're done with TOEIC speaking. Color schemes.
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to write your diary?
No, but I was trying to talk about how I interviewed.
Good, good.
So,
I just want to check your homework before. Did we have particular homework?
yes.
Good job. So we're gonna check that later during our test. But first, let's do some Quizlet. This is the most recent one, right? It was about, half of it was about the test, I think.
Yes.
So let's just do the ones in the beginning and then the rest we can do the test, okay? Alright, let's go.
I think I should think more and decide my career.
No, 맞는데요. Are you not sure?
Yes. I pulled an all-nighter. I stayed up all night.
이거에서부터 시작했구나. My bad. We're supposed to start with one. Yeah, number 2.
So is that why you have coffee?
I forget the context of this, but oh, yeah, you brought coffee that day, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, like today.
I did a lot of stuff. I had to do a lot of stuff yesterday, like write my proposal and make scripts for the presentation.
I see. Did you also pull an all-nighter recently?
No.
Okay. 그때 이후로 괜찮다 이런 거 해볼까요?
It's fine. After that.
I've been good since then. 뭐 이런 게 좋은 것 같아요.
Good since then.
Alright, let's keep going.
I have kind of brain dead right now.
have가 아니라 말 그대로가
Later.
뭐 literally 이런 들어갔을 것 같은데. 약간 이런 뜻인데. I'm kind of brain dead right now.
I'm very sleep deprived.
Good.
I'm super exhausted.
I'm super exhausted.
We should prepare scripts for the presenter.
Yes, very sweet. Yeah, did you finish the presentation well? I mean, you didn't do it, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay, good.
We are doing.
Presenting?
We're presenting for a big conference, but a few people, members,
Only a few 뭐 이렇게 했을 것 같은데.
all members of the only.
I think I missed a few. Only a few.
Only a few members will be there.
Are
Are
actually
actually
coming. That's fine too.
So we divided up the work, and I'm in charge of looking up some international examples.
Good.
What,
As always.
what's it about? It's about it's about library services for the disabled, such as audiobooks or tactile books. Can this word be plural?
Good.
Sign language. Foldable bathtub.
Have you been using it well?
I will use it today.
Okay, good.
I always watch a movie while I'm taking a bath.
Taking the bathtub.
One that I watch over and over again. White Noise. I graded exams for my undergraduate students. We had to grade over 200 exams, each with 5 pages. You look like you're losing your mind. I'm sorry to disturb your thought of
기차에 train부터.
train of thought.
저 많이 쓰는 표현인 것 같아요. 드라마 같은 데서.
Were you sane enough to study your Quizlet?
Good. Diary.
I'm sitting for most of the day. I bought it right away as soon as I saw it on Coupang. Taking a bath is actually pretty annoying. It took a long time. I felt my body was melting. It smells really good.
Smelled.
It smelled really nice.
Nice or good.
I think you can take a bath for as long as you want. Apparently, if you take a bath over 30 minutes, you can faint. You might faint.
Alright. 이거 저도 좀 복습 좀 할게요. 어떤 것들이 틀렸는지. Alright. Good job. Did you get anything wrong? No, you didn't. Very good. So we're trying to move on to the app, but because we have this test, I'm going to try to keep copy and pasting here. Actually, I'll take notes here and then just copy and paste it later. Right. So let's do the mock test again. So the good thing about the intermediate mock test is it's kind of like the questions are kind of fun. But for stuff like the self-introduction, we have to keep reviewing it. Because, I know you can introduce yourself, but I want you to be able to introduce yourself take it to the next level, I guess. That's the whole point, okay? Alright, so we're gonna try it, okay? I know it's been a long time, but it's only gonna take like 2 minutes. Alright, let's go. Can you introduce yourself again, Kyungmin?
I'm Kim Kyung-min, and I'm in a master's program at Yonsei.
I'm doing my master's.
My master's program at Yonsei University, and I'm majoring in library and information science. It used to be
We used to educate.
we used to educate how people
원래는 뭐였는데요? Used to잖아요. We used to educate.
we used to educate librarians,
Good. But now.
but now it's transitioning into more modern field
Modern field.
of study.
Good.
And I'm studying
Mm-hmm.
I'm studying something called HCI,
Mm-hmm.
which stands for human computer interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Computer interaction.
So what is that?
Specific?
I don't know. What's human computer interaction?
It's about how
We learn how
we learn how
to
make systems. How to make systems.
good like program interfaces that I was like, but that's fine. How to make systems.
How to
Keep going.
make systems. Oh, sorry.
Your face is like,
My
is that your favorite song or something?
yes. Anyway, how the
So you're studying HCI.
yes.
What's HCI?
How this is, can I just
Respond.
no, I mean
Look at the script.
no, I mean wing it?
Oh, yeah, kinda. Yeah, you can wing it.
I don't remember the script.
I'll help you. I mean, it's about you.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try to guide you through it.
Okay. It's about how to make the service or how to make the system
Yeah.
work.
But I think this is the problem with you winging it because I don't really understand what that means, you know.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is the stuff that you get wrong, I'm gonna copy and paste it into the Quizlet, okay? So you can review it before.
How the service interact people.
Yeah. So I think the easiest way to explain it is you're learning how to make programs that interact with humans, right? Like program interfaces. So we just wrote like we're learning how to make program interfaces. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you do in your major other than that?
We conduct many projects with libraries to help them make better systems for people.
Good. And then after you graduate,
After we graduate, so we can work at IT companies as UX researchers or designers.
Good. But most of the people.
But most of the people don't want to be librarians, public librarians. Most of the people want to be work at private libraries or specific libraries, such as medical libraries, because they pay much better than just a private public library.
Right.
So
And you?
I personally want to become a professor for in the future. So
Professor in the field, right?
in the field,
Mm.
I know it's not easy,
Mm.
but that's what I want to do.
Right.
So this is what I
Do for work, right?
what I do for work.
Mhm.
So to tell you more about myself, I like reading books, obviously,
Transfers.
and I like watching movies over and over again because I like analyzing movies and find some details in movies.
Finding, analyzing and finding, right?
Analyzing and finding details in movies. And sorry.
Your voice is cracking. My voice is cracking.
My voice is cracking.
My voice is cracking.
And
That's it actually.
I think that's about it. Bye.
You just introduced you. It's nice to meet you. So I think it's good. I think you just have to speak a little bit faster. I think it's getting better. But since we're only practicing like once a week, and like it's not getting as fast as I think you could make it. But then, like in the test, you can skip a few lines. You just have to make it natural. Okay. Let's skip your hobbies because we did. Like I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. But let's do this. Can you tell me more about your job and company?
Should I remember that?
Well, your script was about working as a researcher in a laboratory, and you were talking about what you do in your lab.
Okay.
And then you talked about your current project.
Okay.
So just try your best. So what do you do? Can you tell me in more detail?
I'm working as a researcher, student researcher for my laboratory, and we are conducting projects which is about helping libraries with their service.
Good.
And I'm in charge of sorry, I don't remember the script. I'm in charge of
It says you're doing your third project.
Okay. I have done 3 projects, and I'm doing my third project nowadays. I'm in charge of looking up.
And what's the project? So tell me the other
The
project.
project is about
Helping the government develop 이렇게 써있네요.
Helping the government.
Develop a national library for the disabled is what you wrote. Is that true? Not true? You want to change it?
Yes.
Can you reword it? It's about
Helping the national libraries
Mhm.
to make an independent, new independent organization for the disabled.
Is the independent organization not a library?
It's library.
Oh.
It was a part, just a part of the National Library, but it's trying to build a new independent.
Let's just say it's about building a new independent library.
New independent library.
Or instead of building, because building sounds like you're like constructing it, developing
Developing.
a new independent library just for the disabled.
Yes. So they're planning how they're planning to build new libraries and
You just said that, yes?
yes, and make new strategy.
So we are developing a strategy, right?
Yeah, strategy
What kind of strategy?
in terms of regulations or regulations, service, construction
Mm-hmm.
and the spaces,
We're developing new ideas,
new
Like,
ideas, like how to construct their buildings
right.
or design the places or how to make service which is focused on the disabled.
So new ideas like how to organize the building and new systems for the disabled.
Yes. So I'm in charge of looking up some good international examples that the library can benchmark. So
Good. 그게 제가 하는 일이다 할까요?
that's what I'm doing
At work, right?
at work.
Nowadays. And you can even be like nowadays I'm doing interviews, in-depth interviews, and you can kind of update it as you go. But just, I think the explanation of the project is difficult, so you have to memorize it. Honestly, you just have to practice, but the best practice is memorizing for now, because you're gonna forget it. So I'm gonna copy that part. Do you have any plans to like go to like a seminar abroad, English speaking seminar, anytime soon?
In this summer, I applied for a summer lecture, and it's from Siemens University.
Where is it?
시몬스대학교라고.
Speak English.
Sorry. Siemens University.
You don't have to apologize.
From the US. And some professors and students will come to our university, and I think
Our university?
my university.
In Yonsei?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I can take the overseas lecture for this summer education.
Okay.
So
So the professors from Simmons University are going to lecture at Yonsei.
yeah, so I have
Oh.
to take the lecture in English and make some English reports.
I think that will be very nice.
Yes.
Let me know when that happens. Maybe we can prepare for it a little bit.
Oh,
Okay. Let's go back to this test. So there's also like, what are you looking forward to in your day? Tell me about your typical day at work. And like, what are your hobbies? We're gonna skip some of those. Mm, There's also tell me about your most recent project, but you can just explain the same thing in more detail. Like you can just say the project name, and like what you're in charge of. It's very similar. So can you tell me about your team and your position in the lab? I think this is important.
the team.
Mm.
Uh,
Your team and position.
I'm in. You mean the laboratory?
Yeah.
I'm working at information laboratory in our university,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a assistant researcher in the master's program. So I'm working for I'm working with no there is a professor and researchers who's in master's or doctoral programs. So I'm in charge of
You don't have to follow the script too much. Oh.
okay. So my position,
Mm-hmm.
I'm an assistant researcher who assists doctoral researchers and my professor when we're conducting our projects. So that is what I'm doing.
Okay. Just say the same thing, but just like concisely. It's not very difficult. You're a part of this library, and my position is this, and this is what I do. Right? Just like 3 sentences. So what do you plan to do in the future? Well, that can be the answer.
I don't know how I wrote it.
It's okay.
But
Just wing it.
I'm planning to find my career these days because I found that 실무 경험,
Work experience.
actual work experience is also really important. Every time I'm talking with my friends who's working at companies, because also I recently attended a talk by an alumni who graduated from the master's program and working in the field while taking the doctoral program, and she looked very cool because she enjoyed using her knowledge that she had gotten during the master's program in her company, and for the people company
To make
to make
systems.
systems for people, and it was really cool. So I realized that work experience is very important.
Good.
So
So I think you started the conversation by saying like you want to be a professor
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
But that's why you want to study abroad.
yeah. I want to be a professor, and if I want to be a professor or a professional researcher, it would be better to study abroad, especially in the US. But it seems difficult to go abroad these days because of the governmental policies. So I have to think about it more and decide my career.
다 이렇게 조합해서 잘 했네요. So I think the best structure is like I originally wanted to become a professor, so I wanted to go abroad, but it's not easy to go abroad. But recently I heard a talk from an alumni, and I think real world experience is important. So I'm still thinking about my career. Good. All right, and then we're at the ones that you wrote recently, which are: do you like your school? Do you like your professor? And
Yeah.
are there any professors that you like, right? So let's go into these. Let me just copy, paste these into your answer. So do you like your school?
Yeah. I like my school. Should I keep going?
Wait, didn't you write this before?
비슷한 거 적은 적 있어.
Right. Let's just try it. Do you like your school? Why do you like your school?
I like my school because I think it has well organized systems for researchers. They always give us many chances to conduct researches or projects, because compared to other university, I think they always get very good projects from outside.
From external organization or outside organizations.
So I believe that it could be a really important foundation for my future. So I feel satisfied with my university.
Good. Do you like your professor?
Yes. Yeah, I like my professor because she she's doing really a lot of things these days, but she's never emotional to the students
Mm.
and always tries to get new projects for students, and she always most of all she always replies to our mails really quickly and regularly, and I think it's the biggest strength of her.
It's her biggest strength.
Yes, because some professors don't answer to their students, and it can delay the schedules, but make something regularly, not randomly, is really important when you are working with others, or especially with your boss. So yeah, I like my professor.
I think she tries to give you guys a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
I think that's really good. So I edited some sentences, but I like this response. And I also think like for the do you like your school part, when I have too many projects it feels overwhelming. 뭐 이런 거는 안 말해도 될 것 같고. But you can just say sometimes there's too many projects. 근데 그냥 전반적으로 you can just like you can just say that they bring in a lot of projects from external organizations. I think that one was really good. It has a big road in its campus. I'm gonna change this answer because it's just very like it doesn't. I don't think that's the point of the question, right?
What was the question?
Like, do you like your school? Like, how is it different from your school? So you have a similar answer before. You say, I think the university is very well organized, and you can learn to become a better researcher. And you said your major is one of the biggest in Korea, right?
My major?
Your major is the biggest one. I think you're trying to say this university supports this major well, right?
It's not the biggest one.
Well, I mean, what were you trying to say? This is what especially my major, library and information science, as I know, is the biggest one in our field.
Really? No, it's not true.
So
I think I was trying to say our major, Yonsei University support our major well, major better than other universities.
Yonsei supports our major.
연세대의
Library and
Library
science.
and Science is the biggest one.
In Korea, right? Yeah. Yonsei.
In the same field of study in Korea.
Yonsei has the biggest library and science program in Korea. 이렇게 합시다.
Yes. But I'm not sure.
It's okay. I think 붙이면 돼요. So I think everything else, all the other questions, we've done. So you're pretty much, you just have to review now, everything. The next part is storytelling. You've written some stuff about this before. Yeah. The question was tell me about a situation that annoyed you at work, and you talked about you and your colleagues were working on reading our report and revising it, and there was nothing to fix. But you don't have to stick to this example. It was just good practice. And you remember writing about movies? Like what movie did you watch recently? What's your all-time favorite movie?
But can I change the movie?
Of course. So I think I just wanted to go through everything together slowly, but eventually we're just going to, you can kind of wing it. Like you can change your answer. So no worries. I think I just wanted to practice everything at least once, like dating and being sick and stuff like that, and the intermediate pillar expressions. So I think from next class, we're just going to do the whole test. But it actually doesn't take that long. We don't do every single question, we just pick a few. So we'll see what topics are kind of weak for you. And then we're just gonna set up a date and then take the test. I think your base English level is pretty good. The only problem was you weren't familiar with certain topics. Right, you didn't know how to talk about dating or how to talk about drinking. And I think it's important to organize some thoughts that you had that you can say in Korean very well, but you've never said these thoughts in English before, right? And I think that's very important. So that's kind of the whole point of this test. So I think whatever you do, you're gonna do well. But I want to kind of raise the bar. 이런 표현이 있어요. 기준을 살짝 올려줬으면 좋겠다는 생각을 했어요. Through this experience. I don't want you to just be like, well, yesterday I did this. And it was pretty fun, right? I wanted you to like be able to go in depth. And that was the practice that we had. So I'm just going to like give you some questions that I'm actually going to ask in the next mock test. And you can just kind of 복습. You don't have to write anything new, but you just have to try to answer these questions. And if you get confused, you can go back to some of the answers that you wrote before. So I'll show you. And then that's going to be the end of class today.
Yeah, I wrote it.
These are pillar expressions. Do you remember?
Yeah, but I thought I wrote
Oh.
what I didn't remember.
No, you didn't write this. 근데 이런 것도 한번 복습을 해야 될 거예요. 이런 거? 그냥 독했다. 들으면 알 건데, 그래가지고 모의고사 계속 I caught up with an old friend 이런 건데, 근데 이것도 그냥 그때도 통으로 그냥 다 넣었었죠. And we can do the same thing this time, and you'll learn it very, very quickly. We just have to review it very quickly. So I'm not very worried. 근데 지금 사실 이번에 처음으로 이렇게 나눠가지고 이걸 썼는데 그냥 하나가 다 모을 걸 그랬나라는 생각이 드네요. 합치기를 할까 지금 생각하고 있는데 일단은 여기에 이것을 복붙해주고 너무 기니까 date today? Which time of year? So you don't have to write the diary or anything, but the homework is going to be prepare for mock test. And the questions are going to literally be 여기에서 그냥 이렇게 뽑아오면 될 것 같아요. 뭐 이런 거는 처음부터 다 할 거고요. 그래서 just go look through the actual test. 여기 test starts here부터 이렇게 보면 되니까 이런 거 한 번씩 복습해주고 그런 다음에 이제 I'm gonna ask you about your hobbies. Like obviously, self-introduction, hobbies, and job. 정도 하고 then we'll move on to the next part, which is storytelling. And 여기에서 골라내야죠. Office gossip and lab gossip이라고 적어볼게요. Like is someone dating someone or did someone fight with someone? Did someone quit? Then you can just say, well, come on, there was a lot of gossip that I heard from you. You were like, there's this girl that I don't like. And you're trying to divide the work together.
No, I like her, but you just. I like her.
Okay, alright, fine. Or wasn't there like this person that quit?
No. Oh, there is a person who ignored me these days.
Okay, the person who ignores you. So I want it to be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then 이제 이거는 한번 우리 그냥 해볼게요. We'll try. I think you can do it with your 기본 실력. And if not, 이것도 통으로 그냥 다 넣으면 되니까 금방 하실 거고. And then you can change your answers for movies, but we're supposed to pick two, like at least two. So 이렇게 하겠습니다. 그리고 Talking about Korea. 이것도 무조건 들어가야 되고 시험에. Drinking. Embarrassing experience는 꼭 들어가야 되고. When is the last time I drank? And you only have to do like 3 minutes to 5 minutes for an answer, so no pressure. Dating. This is an ideal type. And then the last one is being sick. 스트레스를 넣어야겠다, because you get stressed. I'm gonna do when was the last time you went to the hospital? And then are you stressed nowadays? So the questions aren't that hard, but 살짝 제가 생각하는 경민님 기준보다는 미달이진 않았으면 좋겠고 사실 오히려 살짝 업그레이드는 답변을 할 수 있게 제가 도와드릴게요. Okay, you understand? 여기에서 하면서 내가 좀 못할 것 같은 애들 위주로 보강을 좀 해오시면 좋을 것 같아요. Okay? Alright, that's it. Let me know when you get to try the coffee. I actually haven't tried that part, so I would like to know your feedback.